Buenas gente, ¿cómo están? Aquí en un nuevo capítulo de The Witcher 3 en DLC Heart of Stone. Hoy estamos en el capítulo número 14, probablemente el penúltimo episodio del DLC, ya que solo queda hacer una submisión más y después podemos hacer la misión final, quien siembra vientos. Realmente no tengo mucho más que añadir, así que para no perder más tiempo, simplemente si les gustan estos episodios pueden dejar un like y un comentario, eso les agradecería mucho. Ahora sí, vamos a cargar partida y comenzamos.
The mark of a dangerous guilt you wear.
Bueno, a ver. ¿Quién siembra vientos? Creo que la submisión venía después. Sí, en efecto. Entonces vamos para allá.
His Majesty King Radomir is a stern favorite king, but a just one.
2 points, and be quick about it.
Oh, please, good sir, a bit of courtesy.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He downs half the barrel in one draught.
Geralt, over here.
Oi, waiter looks. Use the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Here now. Don't make me beg. More treats.
Show off.
Of course I am. Wouldn't you be? Time's a marvelous plaything.
And a great spice to use in gingerbread.
So, you were listening. Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many appetizing opportunities. Like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
You actually control time, or is this just some conjurer's trick?
What difference does it make?
A big one.
Let us say, time has always fascinated me. So I taught myself how best to use it.
Why time of all things?
Geralt, there are 4 dimensions. Length, width, height, and time. What would you have me fall in love with? Width? Come now.
Who are you really?
Gaunter O'Din, also known...
Not what I'm asking.
Ah, so you'd rather know what it is I do. In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might say, I simply grant their wishes.
And drop them in a world of hurt.
No, not I. That would be their poorly formulated wishes. I'm no cheat. I give folk what they want, nothing more. That the oft-desired unworthy things, that is entirely the fault of their rotten natures.
You're not human, that's clear. So what are you? A demon? A djinn?
Do you really wish to know?
Yes.
No, Geralt. You don't. This one time I shall spare you and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead or have met an even worse fate. Yet I still need you.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost satisfied your debt.
Was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand, 'cause we're even.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing. Draw Olgierd to the Temple of Ilvani.
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or two. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, "I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we three shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared." End quote.
Yeah, I remember.
Fulfill your end of the bargain, and I will remove the brand. That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
What the devil? Why is there a fly in my soup? Was waiting. Had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in. How is it you're here?
Old Witcher's trick. I concentrate real hard, and I can control time and space.
You tossed this fly in my soup?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani. It's south of here. Entrance is inside a cave.
What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple, got it?
Aye, got it. Hold there! Your friend, the medic, she were here. Ask that you look in on her.
Thanks.
Good folk. Did you see? The bloke literally dropped dead.
He were there, alive, a moment ago.
Fainted? He's soaked in blood.
Witcher in the house. No wonder folk are dropping. Cursed and exed.
Double chase.
Shani?
Oh, Geralt. Good thing you're here.
What happened? Somebody break in?
This? No. Just getting ready to move.
What? When? Where to?
Not what I wanted to talk to you about. Or at least not only, but... I'm leaving, Geralt. The Eastern Front beckons. I'm Kedwin bound.
Never mentioned you'd be moving. Any intention to either.
I didn't know I would be. Found out this morning. 2 soldiers came to my door, said Redania needs me again.
Couldn't turn him down? Just say no?
Perhaps I could have. But I didn't want to. Treating the ill and wounded, it's my calling. No place I'm needed more than at the front.
I understand. Any chance we'll see each other again?
Someday, I'm sure.
So, learn anything about Olgierd?
Well, I abandoned the books quickly. Decided that if I was going to learn the truth, I'd need to find someone who knows it.
Find anyone?
Turned out I didn't need to look far. A colleague at the Academy, an assistant to Professor Permathine Shakeslock, claims Olgierd von Everett met with the professor multiple times. Apparently, Olgierd asked the professor to do some research. Professor got so worked up doing it, he went daffy. Started jealously guarding his notes. Wouldn't even let his assistant look at them.
The professor. Where'll I find him?
Here in Oxenfurt. Cloistered inside his house on Academy grounds. Mage hunters guard his door.
Mage hunters at the door. He under house arrest?
I can't say, really. Some of the faculty think him a traitor. Say he sold out to the hunters for a hefty pouch of gold. The assistant, on the other hand, insists the professor wants him there to protect him. I don't know what from.
What's your guess?
He's certainly useful to them. A specialist in black magic and the occult. Must be a trove of knowledge. If he's really gone off his nutter, I wouldn't be surprised to see them using him.
Need to talk to this professor.
We'll go together. Redanian guards all over the academy. Doubt you'll get in alone.
Guards have never stopped me, you know that.
Wound these, and I'll have to patch them up. Besides, we might run into a friend. Get inside free and easy.
So how are things at the academy these days?
You mean since Radovid shut it down?
I mean, is it well guarded?
Might be all it is. Many of the faculty fled to the far north. The braver ones stayed, but assumed the guises of tailors and laundresses. Why?
Just curious. Scholars seem to have adopted mage tactics. They in the same bind? So the Eastern Front, and then?
Depends where they send me.
Wherever it is, take care of yourself.
Always do. So don't worry.
She confessed. She made Willem's mare die.
Radovid will reopen the university just as soon as the war ends.
8 at the Kingfisher, you're sorted for at least 2 days. Just got to just a good position where they toss the left.
Halt! By order of King Radovid, no one's allowed inside the academy.
Not even lecturers?
No one means no one.
See, you've become quite the stickler, Norbert. You were much kinder when I was patching you up. By the way, how's your knee?
Fine. Dandy. As if no arrow ever struck it.
Consider yourself a lucky man. Because if I'd not decided to operate, you'd be a cripple to the end of your days.
Bruno, eh? Maybe we ought to let her in. She's a decent lass. Not like to steal nothing.
All right. But alone, which will draw too much attention. I'd rather not get shite from the captain on his account.
Here's what we'll do. I'll go in, then help you sneak in around the back.
How?
Don't know, but I'll figure something out. Usually aren't nearly as many guards on the riverside.
Agreed.
All right, let me in.
Opcional. Se aseguran de que sea opcional. Muy cabrones. Entra en los terrenos de la academia.
Arms for the poor.
Show me what you got.
What? Ok. Veamos. Comete esto. Y espadita. Let's go.
Geralt! Psst! Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Grab the line!
Where'd you get the rope?
Long story. But we've done well. Professor Shakeslock's house is at the end of this street. Witch hunters guard the door. Doubt I'll be able to sweet-talk them.
Been a huge help already, Shani. Thanks.
It was nothing. Really. You'd have done the same for me. If you wish to see me again before I go, I'll be at home. Packing will take some time yet.
All right. Be seeing you.
Ok, se vienen putazos. Vamos. Poquito de Maribor. Areo.
Come on! Look, he's this! Intruder! Get him! I will kill you!
Epa. Por la espalda, cabrón.
Killed him! Shit yourself out of fear?
Ya. Toma. De una.
Spread out!
Muerto.
Locked tight. Need another way in. You leave a window open, maybe?
Una ventana, sí. A ver. Por aquí. Adiós.
Silver Lamen. Don't know the sigil. Hasn't been used in ages, looks like. Shattered mirror. No sign of impact. Probably not an accident. Shattered by a sound, maybe. Someone look at it and scream. Julian Alboco's Lesser Key. Tomes about demons. Dusty as they come.
Oraciones, la Segunda Guerra, bestias de las colinas, pequeño campesino confundió al señor. Naracén, el hijo de no sé quién. La guerra. Atacant, corazón de tierras salvajes. Agua en la niebla, las costumbres de los habitantes, cuento del viejo oso y la llave menor de Gillian Albaco. La esencia del mar es causar sufrimiento, mas existen muchas variedades de sufrimientos, desde el físico común, pensando por el tormento enraivecido con la psique, hasta las heridas más profundas infligidas al alma. Entonces, ¿de dónde surge el mal? ¿Aparece por voluntad propia o tan solo se extiende cuando se dan las condiciones adecuadas? Y por último, la cuestión más importante, ¿cómo se puede derrotar al mal? Muchos creen que el mal siempre ha existido, pues nadie recuerda una época en la que no estuviera presente, pero ¿eso es prueba suficiente? Me atrevo a ponerlo en duda, puesto que soy una investigadora y la razón de ser de la investigación es cuestionarse todas las hipótesis hasta que hayan sido rigurosamente demostradas. La aparición del mal está estrechamente ligado a la existencia del bien, es su opuesto y su antítesis. Bien sin el mal no tiene dimensión, y por tanto es imperceptible. Eso es, así pues, el mal es una parte integral de nuestras vidas. El mal tiene muchas caras y aparece en distintas formas. Una de ellas lleva una máscara de carne. El mal encarnado en nombre viaja por el mundo, sembrando muerte y sufrimiento. Este tipo de mal es astuto y difícil de discernir. Normalmente solo se detecta su presencia cuando ya es demasiado tarde. En mis indagaciones académicas a través de mitos y leyendas de un gran número de culturas me he topado con varias descripciones de cierto individuo que guardan una similitud llamativa. No me refiero a la apariencia exterior o el nombre del individuo, sino en sus modus operandi. El mal actúa a través del engaño, tentando en un principio con una oferta suculenta en apariencia. No obstante, el precio a pagar por este objeto de deseo es enorme y no reembolsable. Lo prometido a menudo incluye horribles anzuelos y trampas engañosas. Guardaos pues de cualquiera que prometa lo imposible, ya que esto solo puede conseguirse a través de las maquinaciones del mal.
Franco? Is that you? Leave the bedpan in the usual spot. And take the platter. I shan't be eating today.
Professor Shakeslock?
Who the blazes? How do you get in? Get out. I know nothing. Don't wish to know anything. Understand? No, out!
Not gonna hurt you.
That demon sent you. I'm sure of it.
What demon?
Feigned ignorance. Please, you know. Gaunter O'Dim. Evil incarnate.
He didn't send me, but he is why I'm here. I'm a witcher.
A mutant. Yeah. Could be.
Why are there guards outside your door? You a prisoner?
Protective custody. That's the phrase. Protective. When I cannot decide my own fate, cannot breathe without their permission.
What do they want from you?
You may not be aware, but I'm one of the foremost experts on the occult. Living experts, that is. My mentor was the outstanding Professor Lionel Van...
And you're cooperating with the witch hunters now?
Cooperating? As if I had a choice. They're ignorant, but not enough to ignore what I know about magic, witches, sorceresses, what have you. Knowledge they use for barbaric ends, but that's beyond my control.
Came here because I need information. Think you might be the only man who has it.
A witcher. Then it follows I needn't fear. I'm hardly a post-conjunction creature.
What did Olgierd von Everec want from you?
I curse the day I first set eyes upon the man. He appeared at my doorstep one day, offering a sack of gold were I only to find out who Gaunter O'Dim is and how to get rid of him. I agreed. Such matters are my speciality. And I needed the coin. I pored over countless tomes, delved into obscure incidents and analysed folk legends. I went so far as to travel to Nilfgaard, the library there, where at last I hit upon the mysterious entity's trail. There are records of encounters dating back thousands of years in many cultures under many names, but always as evil incarnate. In this land we call him Gaunter O'Dim, at times Master Mirror or the Man of Glass. In deciphering the ancient scrawlings I went blind, yet I learned a great deal. For example, that he plays with his victims, thrives on pacts above all else. Seemingly harmless contracts which drive their parties to madness.
What's with the surroundings? These runes, what do they mean?
They protect me. Here, evil cannot touch me.
How do you know?
He told me himself. Paid me a visit once. Fascinating meeting that was. I was blind already, but saw him clearly. He smiled at me. Said he was honoured I'd taken such an interest in him. He wished to thank me and explained he'd taken a similar interest in me. He drew the circle and said I'd be safe within it. His way of repaying me, you see.
Ever tried to leave it?
If you'd heard how he said it, you'd be as certain as I am what leaving would bring.
Know anything else about the man?
Gaunter O'Dim is no man. He is evil. Evil which assumes various forms. Forget about him, or die.
You're alive.
Alive? Yet I live in constant fear, born of what I've learned about him.
Olgierd signed one of these pacts with him?
Brilliant deduction. But have you guessed why? You must know that he came from a wealthy, influential line. He must have, if the family of his betrothed accepted him. Yet did you know his fortune soured? He himself became an outcast, impoverished. Iris's family, a powerful house, could not accept this, would not marry their daughter to a nobody. Olgierd wished to elope. The further away, the better. Yet Iris refused to cut her family ties.
Quite the predicament.
Indeed. Their luck turned yet darker when a wandering witch mentioned a solution. A man who would grant any wish. His name, Master Mirror. The rest follows naturally. Olgierd and O'Dim, a meeting at a crossroads, a wish, a pact signed in blood, and a price to be paid. Olgierd was to sacrifice one he loved. O'Dim delights in difficult choices. He knew Olgierd loved two in this world, his betrothed and his brother, Vladimir. Olgierd chose, and soon thereafter married his beloved Iris, his fortune restored.
So did Olgierd kill his own brother?
No. Deduce, Witcher. O'Dim acts directly or indirectly. Olgierd merely signed the blood letter. The next day, his brother was dead.
Olgierd tell you all that?
He had to. How else was I to diagnose his case?
Make it sound like an illness.
It is worse. Many illnesses are treatable. But play with evil, medicine can be much harder to find.
Why was Olgierd out to get rid of O'Dim? He'd gotten what he wanted.
Had he? His heart had turned cold as ice. His feelings for his wife, for whom he'd sacrificed his brother, had withered. He'd lost all he'd loved. Had he wanted any of this? No. O'Dim grants what you wish, not what you want. All who sign a pact learn the difference and die by it.
All? No way to get rid of him?
Kill him, you mean? Kill evil? No. Yet the annals tell of a man who dissolved his pact by defeating O'Dim at his own game.
Meaning?
O'Dim wields contracts, word traps, duels of wits. Challenge him to such a duel. He'll agree, and can be beaten. But remember, there is only ever one stake. The sole thing he truly desires. Human souls.
O'Dim left a mark on my face. Any way to get it off?
A mark? No mention in the tomes. Strange. Unless it will disappear once your pact is fulfilled.
If I challenge him, end the pact that way, will it go away?
That I do not know. The one man who succeeded bore no mark.
Thanks. Helped me a lot.
Good. Very good. Oh, to feel useful after so many years locked up, living in fear. Why, it's pleasance itself.
Poor wretch.
Well, shit. No sé, Honda tiene una reputación de... Eso. Nivel, pues... trabas. Notas y observaciones, bro. Lo que creo Odin me aterra. Odin me aterra. No puedo verlo, pero está ahí. No hay nombre para el sentido, por lo que percibo. Cuanto me acerco a sus límites, extraños escalofríos recorren mi cuerpo. No es dolor, sino algo que me pone un pelo de punta como las púas de un erizo. Han pasado un mes y todavía sigo dentro del círculo rúnico. Cada vez me saltan las pesadillas. Tengo miedo de dormir. No sé cuánto tiempo más resistiré. He soñado que tenía una hija. Ha sido extraño porque nunca he tenido hijos. Pero ella ha venido a mí en mis sueños. No tendría más de 10 años. Me llamaba papá y me quería profundamente. Podía verlo en sus ojos. Lo más extraño es que yo también sentí un gran amor paternal hacia ella. ¿Puedo soñar con alguien que no existe? ¿Puedo querer a esa persona? Ya no tengo miedo de dormir. Tal vez Odin ha decidido dejarme en paz. No tengo ningún interés en hacerle cambiar de opinión. Mis sueños de Amelie me producen una inmensa alegría. Mi hija es una chica lista y buena. Creo que se convertirá en una mujer maravillosa. Es una lástima que solo existen mis sueños. No solo ya no tengo miedo de dormir, sino que estoy ansioso porque llegue el momento. ¡Qué fantástica transformación! Si todo sigue igual, pronto trataré de salir del círculo. Ahora sé por qué he soñado durante semanas con la hija que nunca tuve. Fue su obra. Esta noche mi hija murió. Se contagió de una rara enfermedad que cubría todo su cuerpo de llagas horribles y supurantes. Gritaba pidiéndome ayuda. No pude hacer nada. Murió en mis brazos, me desperté bañado en sudor y aún estoy conmocionado. Mi mente está destrozada. Han pasado 3 meses de la muerte de Amelie. Mi corazón aún sangra y me asolan visiones horribles a cada momento. Soy un ciego que no desea ver nada, pero pues la ceguera total sería un alivio comparado con estas visiones atormentadoras. No puedo continuar mucho más. Me he convertido en un hijo profundamente infeliz. Ya llevo un año viviendo dentro del círculo mágico. Los pensamientos suicidas me atormentan con cada vez más frecuencia. Sería tan sencillo. Solo hace falta dar un paso fuera de las runas. Ok. Únete con alguien en el templo de Livani. Hay que dejar la academia. Creo que tenía que ir por aquí a la izquierda. Parece que sí. Over here. Muy bien, creo que ya lo había comentado. Estamos en el último tramo. Ahora sí que sí. Sonido, rango dinámico. Orange y perla en polvo. Vale, up. Ok. Vamos a hacer un guardado manual y a leer la misión esta. Por lo menos lo que llevamos. No es cierto, puedo ir a ver a Shani también. Ir a verla a ver si tiene algo nuevo que decir. La verdad es que nunca he ido, siempre se me olvida. A ver. Ella TTP. Bueno, vamos a ver.
Yes, Geralt.
Finally, some time to talk. Tell me where you've been, what you've done since you left Vizima.
After our paths diverged? Well, the peace was brief, but I used it well. Went back to Oxenfurt, completed my doctorate, then I believe I did time in every field hospital and medic's tent north of the Yaruga.
Never could stand to be idle.
I'm not a witcher. Not likely to live 150 years. My time's much shorter, so I try to use every bit wisely.
Always did know what you wanted.
True. Nothing's changed in that sense.
See you later.
Ok, no cambió nada. Supongo que esta será una última oportunidad para jugar con ella, tal vez, al Wii. Pero en cualquier caso vamos a leer Quien siembra vientos, aunque no está completada todavía. Tras cumplir todos los deseos de Olgierd, Geralt se dirigió a la posada de la alquimia, donde tenían que reunirse con el representante del atamán. Con el fin de poder hablar tranquilamente, Espejo levantó una mano y detuvo el tiempo. Si a Geralt le quedaba alguna duda de si Odín era una criatura demoníaca, esta acción, junto con su siniestra conversación que sobrevino después, a buen seguro se la despejó. Espejo le dejó claro a Geralt que no le quedaba otra alternativa que ceñirse al trato hasta el final, y para hacer hincapié en la amenaza implícita, Odín mató a un hombre que tenía al lado, con una cuchara. Geralt sabía que tenía que hacer lo que pedía Espejo, sin embargo, primero visitó a Shani, quien, según el mensajero de Olgierd, quería hablar con él. Con la ayuda de Shani, Geralt pudo entrar en los terrenos de la academia y hablar con tal profesor Quitatrabas, que anteriormente había ayudado a Olgierd en su intento de romper el pacto con el señor Espejo. El profesor le reveló que Odín podía ser derrotado, solo era necesario proponerle un desafío, y, como jugador empedernido que era, aceptaría la oferta. Ok, vamos a salir. Muy bien, en el próximo episodio ya estaremos cerca del templo este, porque ya no hay nada más que hacer por ese lado. Y ya de paso pues yo aprovecharé y ir a conseguir los buffos que me hacen falta y demás. Obviamente creo que se hacen una idea de cuál es el final que yo voy a escoger de este DLC. Pero bueno, en cualquier caso vamos a dejarlo hasta aquí. Si les ha gustado este capítulo de The Witcher 3 o el Hand Next Generation del Heart of Stone, pueden dejarme un like y un comentario, se los agradecería muchísimo. Mañana, el siguiente episodio puede que sea finalmente el último del DLC. Y es casi seguro, en 100%. Así que sin más, yo me despido, soy Alfonso Gamer y nos vemos en el próximo video. Mucho y hasta la próxima. Adiós.